I'm Schaefer with Schaefer Adaptive Methods, and I'm here to demonstrate and explain the kettlebell gorilla row. This variation of a row has become one of my all-time favorite versions of this movement pattern. Obviously, it does a great job at building our upper body pulling strength, specifically in our lats, or primarily in our lats, but it also goes a really long way in developing strength in one of our most basic positions on earth, the hinge. So this movement is a lot about our setup. So we're just gonna hop right into the setup and work our way into these rows. So first off, when I get into my setup, I should be looking at 1, 2, 3, 4. Left foot, bell, bell, right foot. So from here, going hands to the bells. And so right now, I'm gonna start with just talking about foot and our feet. So you need to be pushing our feet into the floor the whole time, and that's what's going to lock this in terms of our setup, our hinge, which will allow the row. So if I put my hands on here and I push my feet down, obviously I'm gonna be nice and rounded, not a position I wanna live in. So what I can do now is I'll use these bells to kind of sit my butt down a little bit. I think about using the bells to pull my belly button towards them, and that gives me my good hard hinge. If at any point I leave that position for the sake of anything else in this movement, we are outside of what we're trying to get done today. So always, always, always be a slave to this hinge if we're gonna utilize this movement pattern, or this variation of the row. So again, so I've got my good hard hinge, my feet are into the floor, I push my feet down so that my arms are nice and long, and then from here, then it becomes really simple. Because once I've got all this in position, there's not a whole lot to do other than pull these elbows towards my hip. I think about bringing my elbow towards that pocket. So one thing we may notice, or maybe we didn't, but as I'm pulling here, I've got this one bell I'm pulling up here. This arm is still nice and tight. I want to keep these long lines, keep that pressure, and that's what's really going to put together a very good, very effective gorilla row.